Imagine a secret organization pulling the strings of world events for centuries. Governments, banks, wars, and even the biggest celebrities, all of them directed by an invisible council. Billions of people still talk about them today. We comb through music videos, searching for hidden hand gestures and symbols printed on currency as proof they are watching us. The Illuminati was a real, historically verified secret society. Today, pop culture uses that name to describe a fictional empire of shadow control. So what actually happened to the real people behind the name? And how did humanity get the story so wrong? To understand the world's biggest conspiracy theory, we must set aside the internet rumors and examine the historical facts of the 1700s. The history begins in 1776 in Bavaria, a region of modern-day Germany. This era was defined by the strict authority of religious and government institutions. The organization's founder, Adam Weishaupt, held a post as a professor of law. Weishaupt wanted to promote ideas from the Age of Enlightenment: reason over superstition, science over blind belief, and the separation of church and state. Because many governments and religious leaders feared these ideas, the society operated in secret. Its 1,500 to 2,500 members used fake names, coded messages, and hidden meetings to avoid detection. The Illuminati originated as an attempt to find intellectual sanctuary from the rigid control of the Bavarian state. The Bavarian government grew suspicious that secret societies could inspire rebellion. In the 1780s, officials outlawed the Illuminati. Meetings were banned, documents were seized, and members were arrested or forced into hiding. By the end of the decade, the Bavarian Illuminati had effectively disappeared from the historical record. However, the name survived. As the group vanished, writers began using it as a convenient explanation for any confusing event on the world stage. One major claim suggested they orchestrated the French Revolution. While historians found no evidence that the group directed the uprising, the narrative of the historical boogeyman was now firmly established. A group founded specifically to champion reason and science ended up providing the fuel for 2 centuries of unchecked historical paranoia. Modern discussions about the Illuminati rely on famous symbols that are frequently cited as proof of their continued presence. The all-seeing eye originated in Christian art to represent God's watchfulness. It appears in churches and religious architecture centuries before the Illuminati existed. Conspiracy theorists point to the unfinished pyramid on the United States $1 bill as modern evidence. This design was approved in 1782, with no verified connection to the Bavarian group. The date at its base, 1776, refers to the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Other symbols, like owls or hand gestures, are used by modern brands and artists because mystery generates interest. These symbols do not prove the existence of a shadow government. They prove that mysterious imagery is easily adapted to support a compelling story. Why does this myth persist despite overwhelming historical evidence to the contrary? Our brains naturally look for patterns. When global events feel chaotic, we instinctively search for hidden patterns to explain them. Social media algorithms accelerate this process by taking images out of context and presenting coincidences as undeniable proof. Believing in a secret council implies that the world is being managed. That idea is often easier to accept than the reality that history is shaped by millions of chaotic, unrelated decisions. The Illuminati today serves as a cultural mirror, reflecting humanity's fascination with mystery and the psychological urge to find meaning in a world that often lacks it.